back in Titan. What we need to do here still now is we have the World's Fair here, but it's going to be a bit naked without buildings around it, right? So here, we still want to continue with more buildings then that are surrounding here and going then into the river. Well, not the buildings per se, but some beautiful skyline. That is something. We have more clippers on the way now. Glad to see that. So here we have that, and over here we still want more buildings, right? So here we have the marketplace, an outer marketplace that is far away actually, and here we can then have some buildings there. Though this is a tricky one because here we have rocks and stuff like that, but it's still working just like that. We can squeeze it in. And the, I think, third plague of Titan is over now officially as well. Righto. So that's that, and here we can now have a few more blocks, I guess. They have a nice view of the city. Let's just have a look at that real quick. I think there is a beautiful view that you have up there. Oh, let's just walk around there real quick. That is, I mean, that is really looking beautiful. It has character, you know, the whole thing here, especially when you have 10 artisans here. And those guys here coming out of the whole thing there, they're just going to look around and look at that. Now that is something that I always love and strive to work towards in this game. Having beautiful vista points. So in that case, this is a beautiful one. And those people should be happy. And then just imagine there the World's Fair coming up over there on the big plaza that we already have reserved for it. I think this is going to look really beautiful. Let's have a few more houses here. Those guys here, they will need a pop. So let's squeeze in a pop here. Righto. And what we still need over here is a fire station then as well. Just here. Perfect. And probably a police station. Because I'm pretty sure we get some rides there as well. Even though those people should be really thankful for the view they have. This one is still something that we need to do. Now, over here we have a huge fire, but there's the fire station. Should be fine. We don't have a fire station over here yet. Let's do that as well. And it's a school that is on fire. Lucky the school has enough health there to survive all of that. Let's upgrade those guys. Those guys. I want more workers especially. Those guys, how do they want to upgrade? Yeah, they can do that soon. And those people here as well. And those guys here. That we can upgrade then as well. Those here, I will get rid of now. You know, I don't need them here. This is the space reserved for our World's Fair. And that's fine. And those should be wanting to upgrade then soon. Now, resource-wise, it's looking better again. We have more clippers at our disposal. What I still wanted to do here is the fur, right? We do need the fur. We have that down here. We would have fur here as well, which is easier, I think. We don't, first of all, we don't need that much fur, and second of all, we don't have the admiral here anywhere close by, which makes it then much easier to handle than once we are at war with the admiral. This one here, this one, unfortunately, no fur anywhere here, but the small island should be fine. Let's get us some timber, bricks, and steel. That's that. Is that enough? Let's have another timber. Let's get this over here to Titan, right? Because we need to start focusing now on the resources for the artisans so we can upgrade them. Alright, and bread is rather low even though we have enough flour. As you remember, we are getting the flour actually from Alchem. So in this case here, let's use the second clipper that we have and deliver bricks and steel to Alchem so we can start our own productions over here for those things. So I don't want to, you know, waste destruction quest. 14,000, let's do that. 2 frigates coming in from the west. Let's use, I think that's enough, right? To destroy 2 frigates there. Let's use my ships and get down there. Fleet is on the move. This is looking pretty sight there. While that is on its way, the move, Let's have... No, actually we don't need timber, but I do need bricks and I do need steel beams. Lots of that. Let's get this one over to Alchem, because here I want to start upgrading a bit more. So we already have a decent population here. I still cannot build a commute pier. That happens with the engineers then. So far we need everything here for self-sustain, right? And since we have enough space in Alchem anyway, let's do that. So far here on this side, what we can have is the work cloth. So it's not really difficult to produce that. Out here, actually beautiful here. There's another free island over there. Wait just a second. Ah, unfortunately, no fur on this one. Would have been nice. Alright, and after a bit of time, we do now have our work cloth. So the wool is coming in there as well. We already have, I mean, dear God, yes, we do have the fisheries. So we have done everything ready to upgrade our farmers here. That is something we have to do. And in that case, then we can have the workforce here for the bakeries and, yeah, most likely the breweries as well. So that is something I really need to focus on. We have the space for more. So what I really would like to do all the time is just do it like that. You know, I mean, that is just amazing if you can do it like that. But we're getting the tractors here soon. The farmers. And with the boost, then I need the space for more. Right, that's that. Where's my clipper? My clipper hasn't not yet arrived. What is going on here? Quite the traffic here. It looks like there are two traders in one trade route at the same spot, and my building resources are coming in as well. So they're kind of like, you know, look at that, standing in the way of each other. Trying to race to the target. What we should do here, I'm going to pause one ship here that is on the way, this one there, and once this one here is in Taten, we're going to activate the other clipper again, so they're on opposite sides of each other of the trade route. Otherwise we're going to have a very messy trade route there, very inefficient. You don't want to have that, the ships at the same, you know, position there. What we still need to do in Taten is, well, boost our schnapps production there a bit. Oh, and in Taten we had the big fire. Yep, that was a huge fire, one ruin. But thanks for telling me anyway. Let's get the potatoes there. And let's upgrade the warehouse. Oh, the distillery here was kind of destroyed as well. And then we can have just a few more distilleries here as well. For those guys here. Since those potato fields work at 125 efficiency and the schnapps at 0. So in that case, we need more distilleries than we have potato farms. Right. But that should solve a bit of the schnapps problem there. So that's that. This one here is looking rather busy, that road. So we should probably upgrade that bridge here soon, otherwise it might collapse. Right, and we can also now upgrade those farmers here. Let's do that. 2 workers. The same thing with those guys here. So that our river promenade here is growing into something beautiful. That we want here. And here we can still have a few more farmers.
Another player has had their island seized.
Oh. The Admiral is really kicking his butt here. Oh no, actually look at that. Is that... Oh, that's an island in the fog here that we haven't discovered yet. So something happened there, something bad once again to Alonso. Okay, let's have a few more houses here, because that's all we really need to do. That's fine. I mean, that town is really looking like something there. I absolutely love it. Beautiful, right? This is a beautiful town here. Would be a shame to lose it. The World's Fair in the center then. Alright, also happening now. Right now, my building resources have arrived in Alchem. So it's time to unload them. That's lots of bricks and steel. What we need here is, first of all, we do have the red pepper fertility here in Alchem too. So going with the canned food might not be the worst idea. We do have the workforce for all of these fields. Or we have them up here, right? We have the red pepper here as well. So for the red pepper, let's just have a look at the canned food there. Sewing machines is something, and the canned food. Right, the canned food needs the artisanal kitchen and the iron mine. The thing is, we don't have any iron ore in any of those islands, really. We have settled on Bruggenknauts. That is the perfect name. Bruggenknauts.
The best of us have.
Now, Bruggenknauts is going to have our fur, because here we have fur fertility. For that to work, however, let's go for it. We do need cotton as well, and that is something I've prepared in the New World. Here we have the hunting cabin. It only needs a couple of farmers. So what we can do here is we can have a fishery, a few lonely farmers in Bruggenknauts. That name I have to write down. I have to remember that name. Alright, and on this tiny island here, where we have the workforce, we have... Yeah, we should be at 150 farmers then. We can now have the fur dealer. Right, and that's something we can do over here. So let's have the first one. Let's only blueprint it for now, because I haven't finished the cotton yet. And we can probably squeeze them in together quite well. Oh, we have one here. And the warehouse then here with the road connection. That would be the first one, so it's producing every minute. The fur dealer every 30 seconds. So for two of those guys here, I can build one fur dealer. So we need probably even more than that, quite a bit more. So I can have 4 more here then. And let's go for the New World. Lots of things that we need to plan now, actually. Now in Tropico, where we're going to have the coffee, I'm also going to have my cotton, because this island has quite a lot of space. We can have the coffee then here, or wait a second. La Isla Bonita. Nah, we don't have much space here. We have the space here. That's something. And you don't need that many cotton plantations anyway. So we can have another road going over here. Where are the oil fields anyway? Right, they were in very good location just here. So this area here needs to stay free of anything, because there we want to have our train then going through.
A competitor's island is under siege.
Alright, and let's have the warehouse here. And wait, it was with the bombings. There it is, cotton plantation. We need the cotton plantation, the cotton mill. So in that case, let's have the cotton plantation here. Just see, we need 144 fields. Oh, I did not realize that we need that much.
Take any advantage they can get.
Let's make it careful with the first one. Right, so that's this. And silver trading rights. Yes, let's do that.
For necessities, nothing more.
You're positively positive.
I am. Thank you, Bente, for telling me. 6 of them should be fine for now. I haven't built them yet, but I'm going to. And then the cotton mill. That means we can have 3 cotton mills right now. This one here needs a few more fields here that we can squeeze in. And then we can do the same thing on the other side. So here, 2 more here. Righto. And then we have the cotton mills then that we have here. So we do have 8 now that we can build at the top of it.
A competitor raised a settlement.
So that's 4, 6, 8. And then we have another warehouse here. And of course, what we always need is the fire station that we can have here. Fitting in just perfectly, to be honest. Beautiful. Then we can use all of that here to the most efficient way. And yeah, let's build the first 4. Look at that. Beautiful. The first 4 have been built. And then we can have the first 2 here. And then I can have more farms here to build the other ones, right? So in that case, let's build 2 more here and 1 more here. So that ratio is working now. And then we get the cotton fabric out of it. So we do need, fortunately we do have the clippers for it, right? But we do need a new trade route. So let's commission more clippers here. 2 more. And that is the Earl of Sandwich. Alright, there was the destruction quest as well. My fleet is ready. Let's get down there. Have a bit of fighting there as well with my fleet. Beautiful. The fleet is on the move. Oh, what happened here? Right. I totally forgot to have a marketplace here. That is something you should never forget. Otherwise people can't do anything. No, Gorgon is a clipper that we can use. Let's have a new trade route and let's use this trade route on the cotton fabric. From Tropico. Gorgon. And we go to... difficult now. Titan. Do we want to keep the factories in Titan? Yes. Let's do that. So in Tropico, we load the cotton fabric. And we're going to load 200 tons of it. And deliver that to Titan. Of course, this ship here also will need a frigate. Or rather say 2 frigates. Those 2 guys here. For safety. Right, so those 2 frigates now are doing their best to protect my cotton fabrics. I just love the ships in the New World. Like, the water is beautiful, the ships look beautiful. Beautiful in total. The best thing would be now to take actually control of one of these ships and sail it myself, like in Black Flag, and then I could just travel the oceans. Even transport goods myself. In Tropico, we have the police station, which is ready now as well. And workforce-wise, it's still fine despite the cotton fabric. So we still would have everything on track for the next production chain, which is then the coffee that we have then here in Tropico as well. And since we have everything, let's just build the next one. Right, so that we have another 4 cotton mills and of course our fire station here as well. So that's that. Very good.
Ship under attack.
Right, there the battle starts. Unfortunately, those frigates really don't have a chance. It's really just a training, kind of. So they're training for the battle against the Admiral then, I guess. Let's get my ship's darkness. My ship darkness here, getting the proof that we need to get to Argiden. And the rest of them,
Stations.
let's protect this one and get back to Argy. Righto, I want to look out now. Where is my beer? Beer is looking better now. Soap is down, but that is to be expected with all the upgrades. So is the bread still. So there we have that. And over here a few more upgrades. And since we have the we don't actually have the resources. But that's still fine.
So watch what I say.
I no longer need the brick factories here in Titan, since we are now getting the bricks from the New World. So that is something. And we have a new propaganda. And in that case, yeah, let's go with 30 minus consumption, minus 15 income, and yeah, let's say plus 5 happiness. That's fine.
You mustn't.
Oh, she's not happy that I'm using propaganda once again. Also, Alonso doesn't like that. Bente, we're pretty down with her.
Keep the masses suppressed and our troubles will soon pass.
Let's try to get up there again with her rank. We're still allied. That's fine. And Sean.
Influence bonus.
Oh.
Dapper.
Don't you try to play.
He's really difficult this time to treat. 9,000, that is fine though. So we are at peace again with him.
I think I have the measure of you.
The Admiral, of course, doesn't like it. And let's try... Oh, it's really not working out, the diplomacy this time. Right, so cotton is on the way. The fur we can now finalize as well. For that we'll have the warehouse here. And then we can have those 4 fur dealers for now. So they're now starting to hunt some deer or whatever. And for that we'll need another clipper. So Olympia. Actually that is just... Oh, Magnificent. Olympia and Magnificent. Those names are just too proud for using them on a fur dealer, right? Let's get 2 more clippers. But we need to create the route anyway. Trade route from Bruggenkranz, Bruggenknauz to from Bruggenknauz to Taten. And we're going with the fur. 150 tons is fine because it's never going to be much more than that. And Magnificent is going to do that. Righto, and here in Alchem we have the grain, which is now down here. So we can start the grain trade route in Alchem now as well. There's my main fleet coming in.
Good and ready.
What we still need here, the proof. Well, let's get the proof to Archie.
Steer us forth.
You're ready.
Interesting. And we can now also turn in the bread here that we have on the ship of the line in darkness. That is... Do we have bread other than that? Nope. Right, very important to do that now.
Set sail.
And the food dealer, yes, doesn't have a road connection. Thank you very much. Now that's that. What we still need down here is a bit more timber. Where is my Olympia?
The strike has ended.
There was a strike here in Port Royal. No problem. Tropico, let's just have a quick look. Is everything working? They're producing, very good. And
Load up in a day.
Ready the ropes.
My frigates are following the wrong ship. You have to follow this one there, Gorgon, which has now the first cotton fabric. Very good. So fur and cotton fabric is coming now to Taten. Very important. Our first step towards the engineers then. Sewing machines is something we can already do here in Taten because we have a huge steel abundance, right? So we are totally capped on steel and we can just get it from somewhere else. We can get more steel. So that is something else that I want to prepare with once we have the clippers. Over here, Fever Town. Fever Town is the perfect name for a village that has all the factories because right now in Taten we have the heavy industry over here. So our steel beams, our weapons factory, our steel factory, and I want to have these ugly things gone from Taten, right? It's just dragging down the attraction and we need to do that in Fever Town. For that, of course, I do need the resources and I do need some more clippers for that.
Perfect.
Also, in Alchem, we can finally upgrade a few of those people here to get the workforce going. There we have them. And thus, Alchem has reached the city status of Port Town. A few of them that, yeah, we have 500 workers now. It's going to climb a bit more. Those poor souls here. And it's amazing how we only have 1 iron deposit but 4 coal deposits here. That's pretty crazy. Not much else that I can do then. But we want to have some more production here now. Especially the bread and the beer. Because I no longer want to have that on Taten as well. And that is something I should be doing.
Been playing for 2 hours.
Actually, I could do it here. This is a good location here for new factories. Because here we can have the trade unions then as well. Yeah, it's possible. Right, the grain trade route is coming in. Actually, they have a bit of a difficulty here maneuvering into that because we have the cannon towers there. Bente has something, and yeah, I'm still really proud of her that she's using some defense there now. You should have seen their innocent, hungry eyes. I just had to give them all the bread we had. It didn't even occur to me that my people needed too. Oh, Bente.
I feel better already.
Okay, let's deliver her 12 tons of bread. I mean, come on, Bente. Let's have the brewery finished and my bakery here, which needs more flowers, but I'm not going to fix that here in Taten anymore because we're going to have that production somewhere else anyway. Let's get not 40 but 20 tons to Bente.
Route plotted.
Alright, so that's on the way. And in Alchem, we have the timber. And let's have... Actually... Let's have it over here. This is just a way better location overall for having a little factory district. Right, so we can have... This is just pure for the bread now. Right, so because we do need some fixed location for it. And since bread is so important... I also want to have a trade union here, but we're going to have it in blueprint mode for now. And around it, we're going to have the flowers and the bakeries. So we have 2 flowers here already, flour mills, and we can increase that. So I'm going to say we need 4 for now. Then we have the trade union. So in that case here, I can use items for the bakeries here and the flour mills then here. Right, so we're going to add a few more of them now. Another 4 here. Even though I don't build them yet. But we're just going to do that anyway. For planning ahead. Now, also very important is a fire station. And here we have then the bakeries. So in that case, once again, the ratio is actually 1 flour mill, 2 bakeries. So since we have 8 flour mills, we can have 16 bakeries now. Let's have a block of 8 here. And then we're going to have a block of...
What have you done?
8 here. Actually, we can do it like... Yeah. Yeah, fits all in very good. So this should be a very good layout then. Once we have, of course, the production for that. Now, the flour mill needs everything that we have. We can build 4 of them. And that means we can have 8 bakeries right away, those guys here, for which we have the resources. And for that we need another warehouse then as well.
Ooh, for me.
This one here. And yeah, let's give her the bread that she needs.
Upon my stars.
6,000 credits. I'm not complaining about that. Let's get my ship back again home here. And in that case, we do now have the bread production. So what I don't need any longer is the flour or the grain transportation here that we have. And the charter for the flour. Let's get rid of the charter route. We no longer need that. The grain and the hops is for the bread. So we might actually need it. There is something here, flotsam. Let's collect that. And then we'll continue here.